Yo, what's good, people? Today is the new Tekken 7 5.00 patch drop. So I'm just gonna go over Master Raven's changes. She didn't receive any buffs, she just got nerfs. Most of her nerfs are minor, but there are a few that are quite big for Raven. So I'm gonna pull up the patch notes and I'm just gonna go through them one by one. So the first one I'm gonna cover is up forward 3+4. So they reduced the damage from 20 to 17, and as you can see, look at the hit animation is different. So it doesn't have like the sparks, you know, like the counter hit sparks or the hit sparks when you so look, you can see the sparks, but on this move it doesn't have any. So it's a bit weird. So what I mean, it's not that big, but what it also does mean is that it nerfs the wall combo damage as well. So if we do, okay, set to the wall. So what this is going to do is it's going to nerf the wall damage. So yeah, it still does. I'm not sure like what the damage was before, but it's definitely nerfed. Like you can see that it I'm not sure whether it has the unscaled wall, the unscaled like floor damage anymore. So I'm going to do like a normal combo mid screen and then see if, so let's put counter hit on. Yeah, so to be honest, it's not really that nerfed, because I'm pretty sure that combo did like 98 damage before. So it's in line with the nerf, because up forward 3+4 got nerfed from 20 to 17, so that's 3 points less, and that lines up with what you just saw there. So let me try again. So yeah, it just nerfs the wall combo just a tiny bit. Like she still does quite a bit of damage. So that's up forward 3+4. The biggest change for me is the back turn 1+2, which is her power crush. So they changed the hit animation, which means now you can't get a guaranteed follow-up down back 4, back 3. You can't, it's you know, you can't get that anymore. And what is also big is if you were off axis or you absorbed moves and scored a counter hit with back turn 1+2, you could sidestep down 3, back 4, forward. Now that's gone, which to be honest, that was a bit crazy that was possible. So I don't really mind it's gone, like it is what it is, but it's weird that they would nerf this move like in this way. Like I agree it needed like maybe a tracking nerf, sidestep left tracking nerf, because this it always fully tracked the sidestep right, but you could step it left, but sometimes it would clip you if you was late on the step. So maybe they should have like just made it linear to sidestep left or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't know why they changed it and made back turn 1+2. And the thing is, so if you go to the wall now, this is her new mechanic, because it has this pushback animation, because it does this on hit now, which is +15 by the wall. But the thing is, no one's ever going to use this move, because people at the wall would fish for like forward 4 while standing 3, while standing 3+4, stuff like this. So no one is ever gonna run up and then do this. Like it's a pretty useless change, I'm not even gonna lie. Like yeah, there's stuff like this, and because this is a frame trap, but like, and it's not guaranteed by the way, but it's just a mix up. So if they duck, they get wall splat. But like it's very weird to use this move as the wall mechanic. Like I would maybe have preferred like a, I don't know, let's see, maybe a haze 1+2 or something, just something. Like why would they nerf this and make it the wall bounce, the wall crumple? I don't get that. It's very weird. It's like it really wasn't needed. So yeah, there's that. And then she also has let me go back, give me a second. Okay, so that's back to 1+2, 043+4. And okay, so they nerfed they nerfed this launcher as well, so they nerfed the damage. It's saying on the patch notes that it did. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so I'm trying to make sense of these patch notes, because it's saying damage reduced from 13,20 to 11,17. So that launcher must have done so much damage then, because now it's 24 damage, which means 13 plus 11, that's 24. So are they saying that it did 37 damage before? I'm not sure on the damage, but I definitely do know that it got nerfed. So there's that damage nerf, which to be honest, I don't think is that deep. Whatever. Back to this is a weird one, because she doesn't get the knockdown, but it's +2 on hit, and it's the pushback isn't that much, so she can fish for G-Clef and stuff and counter it moves. So people think they can mash now, and they can't. So I don't think this is like a bad change, because back to it still retains the same Sabaki properties. So if you do like, I don't know, jab, it still retains the same Sabaki animation and properties. So that's not nerfed, but it doesn't get the knockdown, so you can't get well, this was never guaranteed in the first place, but you could side roll right out of it. But most of the time it was guaranteed, so I'll just say it was guaranteed. Or potential extra damage, or you could do this if they side roll. So yeah, so it took away from like this and this after it, but I don't think this is like a really big nerf. It's whatever. Like maybe at the wall where you could do this. So I'll show you what I mean. So at the wall, if you was like off axis like this, you could do this and get a pickup, a combo. But obviously now this isn't knocked down, so you can't. This doesn't really amount to much at the wall anymore. Which to be honest, I don't really mind. I don't mind the nerf of this. 043+4 nerf is it's okay, because I mean in neutral this I don't really use this move a lot anyway, unless it's matchup specific. So if I'm trying to jump over a geese fireball and launch him, yes, I'll use this move. But in normal gameplay I wouldn't use this move apart from at the wall. And as I said, I think it only takes away 3 damage from the wall combo, because if I remember correctly, counter it while standing 2 combo didn't I'm not sure if it did over 100 damage. I'm pretty sure it did 98 damage. So it falls in line with like the nerf, because 98 and 95, that's a 3-point damage difference, and 043+4 does now does 3 points less damage. So it's in line. The scale, I don't think the scaling changes on the grounded hit damage, so or scaling. So it falls in line with that nerf. So I don't think the wall combo took that much of a hit. She still does a lot of damage. They also nerfed the damage of the Undertaker grab. So now this does 45, and it's still a lot of damage in rage. So normally it did 48 damage, and in rage it did 52, I believe. So now it does, or 51, I think it was 52 though, but now it does 45 and 49 in rage. So yeah, so it does 49 damage in rage. And as you can see, the back turn version does the same damage as well. So yeah, this was a nerf as well. I don't think it's like crazy, because she still has the back turn mix, so that's a generic, and then this is 1+2 break. So she still has the same stuff that makes her strong. I think all this does is change her flowchart a tiny bit, because typically her flowcharts were like while standing 2, back 2, up forward 4, back 2, etc. And then she could do like 1+2. And I think all this does is make players less willing to kill themselves just for a bit of damage. Because think about it, if like I've played tournament games where I've lost the tournament match because I've done too many back turn 1+2s and they blocked it and punished me for it. So now subconsciously I'm like, okay, cool, the risk reward for throwing this move out is just pretty much not in your favor anymore. There's nothing guaranteed. Counter hit, nothing guaranteed. It doesn't make sense to use this move as much unless you know it's, because of course it still retains the power crush property, so you're gonna absorb moves. If like there's still the threat of like you mashing into back turn and getting hit with it, but like I feel like it just, I don't know, it changes the way the opponent might respect Raven in back turn a little bit. But the way I use back turn is like, even stuff after this I use parry a lot, so like I condition people back to respect back turn with other moves rather than just spamming back turn 1+2. I don't really use back turn 1+2 that much, even though it's a really nice move. I'll only like it still retains its usefulness in combos. Like if you do this, the combo after that ends in 1+2, back turn 1+2. So you can still use it for combos. You can still use it for like, you know, when you're off axis in a combo, like for example the counter hit sweep combo. So I'm gonna make a follow me because I think it's gonna hit the wall. So yeah, so this combo, it still has yeah, it still does the same thing. Obviously the damage is reduced from 25 to 20, so it took a damage nerf, and it took the animation on hit is different, which is a nerf as well, in my opinion. Even though it pushes back and you can start going for lows and stuff, or like mix-ups, I would rather just take the guaranteed damage, back 3, down, back 4, whatever, you know what I mean? So yeah, so as I said, she took a combo damage nerf as well, like indirectly, because this it took a damage nerf. So I think this combo did about 80, I think it did like 80 something. I think it 81 or 82. So again, it falls in line with the damage nerf, 5 points of damage. It falls in line. But yeah, apart from that, she's still the same. Like she still retains all the same frames. They didn't nerf the back turn 1+2 on block, still -13. They didn't change the start frames. This is still -17 on block. This is still -14 on block. Like they didn't change the frames. They just changed like certain damage moves, damage on hit, and like some moves on hit as well. So like back turn 1+2. I don't think back 2 is actually enough to me personally. I don't think it's enough. It still retains Sabaki frames. It still you know, I mean, it pushes, yeah, it's -10, but it pushes back, so you can't punish it at that range. You can punish it at the wall, but yeah, I think the changes for Master Raven, obviously I'm not happy that she got nerfed, but I'm not like, oh my god, she's unusable, you know what I mean? She's still a quite a strong character. She's still viable, of course. She's still, like, the thing is, those things that they nerfed, that's not what made her good. Do you know what I mean? She still has the back turn throw mix. She still has QCF1. She still has while standing 2. Still got like the buff to while standing 1. She still got good whiff punishment. She still has everything. She still has the whiff recovery on moves. This is minus, I think it's -20. I think it's like -21 or something on whiff. Don't quote me, but I think it's -20 something on whiffs. Like -20 to -22. I know that this is -22 on whiff, and so is Rage Drive. But yeah, like, again, the changes for Master Raven, I don't think they're that deep. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments below. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on like what you think, like your opinion on the changes, and how you think like she is going to change in terms of like how, like, do you think she's going to be played differently? Do you think her neutral is going to change a whole lot? Do you agree with like just certain changes they made? Do you agree with like some of her indirect changes? So they nerfed the damage on certain moves, but now her combos have a bit less damage now. They're a bit less damaging and stuff, and you know, back turn 1+2 hitting grounded, that damage has been reduced as well, of course. So what are your thoughts on like just her changes overall? Because for me personally, obviously I'm not happy that like she got nerfed, but I'm not absolutely distraught. Oh my god, my character got like gutted, like, because she didn't. She's still strong. She still has the 114 Like, and as I said, some nerfs are actually just changes in my opinion. The only nerf are like, well, back to 1+2 is a definite nerf for me, and then obviously the few points of damage they just took away from like certain things. So this took a damage nerf, the throw took a damage nerf, and 3+4 took a damage nerf. So she just got toned down a tiny bit, but she's still viable for me personally. So yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts, and I'm heading off. Peace.